Welcome to this episode of Cook Better, Live Better. And this video is definitely intended for any of those working parents out there who, when you've heard that dreaded question of Mom, what's for dinner? Or Dad, what's for dinner? It's made you want to do this. Ready? So if that's you, then this video is for you. Today we're going to show you how to cook a very easy, less than 4 ingredient meal that you can have ready from work to on the table in less than an hour. So it's about 5 minutes of prep time, about 40 minutes or so in the oven, and then your family will have a happy, healthy, home-cooked meal, and you're not left feeling absolutely exhausted after a long day of work. So if that sounds like it interests you, just keep on watching. Okay, so now let's just jump into the ingredients that we'll need for this recipe. So today we are going to make creamy chicken and rice casserole with some steamed broccoli. Yum. So here are the ingredients that you'll basically need. I promise you, you should have all of this in your pantry at home already. So all you'll need is chicken broth. It doesn't matter which brand, as long as it's chicken broth. I prefer it without the low sodium because I can always dilute it with a little extra water and control the flavoring. Then you'll need cream of chicken soup. Again, it doesn't matter which brand, but cream of chicken soup, 1 can. Next, my seasoning that I like to use for this particular dish is a little bit of garlic salt. It doesn't, again, no relation to any particular brand, but we like to add a little bit more garlic salt for that flavorful kick. Next up is basically your rice. I like the converted brand original rice. I don't recommend minute rice for this particular recipe because the minute rice could get a little gummy. So for this type of recipe, it's okay for it to be the brand of rice that takes much longer to cook. And last but not least is the star of the show. So what we have here is some tender boneless chicken breast. And I tried something a little bit different with this recipe in that at my grocery store, they had some pre-flavored chicken breast, and I'm going to try that in today's recipe, and we'll see how it goes. We'll see if it gets the stamp of approval. So now let's wait and see how we mix it all together and get this ready to serve up. Okay, so what we have here now from the previous clip is now we have all of the ingredients all mixed out and ready to go. So for this recipe, you'll have 2 cups of rice. You'll have 1 cup of the chicken broth. What I have in here is probably about a teaspoon of the garlic seasoning. You have 4 chicken breasts, and here is about a 8 by 12 casserole dish. That measurement might be a little bit off, but you get the gist. You see the size of it. And I promise you guys, this is so super easy, it's gonna blow your mind. Keep in mind, I got home from work maybe about 15 minutes ago. I collected all of this stuff that I already had in my fridge or in my pantry, and now I'm gonna prepare it. Then it'll be in the oven cooking while I take off my work clothes and get on something a little bit more comfortable. So the first thing you wanna do as you're preparing this is I start with the can of soup. So I put the soup in first, and you wanna scoop all of that goodness out of there. Okay, so you want to scoop that out. I know there's a lot in there. All right, so you've gotten the soup out. Then you want to go ahead and pour in the chicken broth. Okay, and then you want to kind of mix that together so that the soup looks a little, mixed in. You can tell that it's mixed in. You want it to be wet because that's what's going to help the rice to get nice and soft and creamy. Now you can slowly pour in your rice, kind of mixing it all in as you go. You want to see the rice covered by all the water, and you want to kind of smooth it around. Okay. So you smooth it around so that you have a nice even type of casserole dish. And it's important to clean up your kitchen as you go. If you're anything like me, I hate a messy kitchen. So just try to keep yourself organized as you go. You want to keep mixing the rice, the soup, and the broth, and kind of make it look flat and neat, okay? You're gonna get all your broth, all of your rice. And then what I like to do at this point, even though you can kind of feel that, hey, you know, soup is already pretty seasoned and salty, I promise to just give it a little bit of a oomph that I can't describe, but you can tell when it's missing. And then the last part, I swear, guys, I can't make this up. It's so easy to do. You want to put your chicken on top. You want to make sure your chicken is kind of covered. You know, I got these from the grocery store, so I've never done this before, so I'm giving it a go. We're going to try this together. Let's get that in there. Now we got nice pieces of chicken breasts. And before you cook it, this is pretty much how your pan should look. I don't even think that took 5 minutes. Okay, so now that you've mixed all your ingredients into your casserole dish, the last part you're going to do is cover it with foil. I have finished all of this prep and the oven isn't even finished preheating yet, so you guys can make this work, I promise. So you cover it with the foil. It doesn't have to be covered extremely tight, but you do want it covered nice and neatly. All right, everybody, so the oven finally beeped, even though I finished all of our meal prep about 8 minutes ago. But now we're gonna put our delicious dinner into the oven, and then we're gonna let that cook. So we're gonna put that in here. We're gonna set a timer so that we could go away and get more comfortable, finish tidying up. But we're gonna let this bake in the oven covered for 45 minutes. And that gives me enough time to help with homework, change out of my work clothes, put on something more comfortable. And then when this oven beeps, we'll be ready to plate it up and let you see how yummy it is and see how we're eating dinner that's relatively healthy, home cooked, after a long work day. So stay tuned. We're coming right back with the completed meal. All right, guys, we're going to plate it up now. So the chicken, the oven beeped. I'm taking all of our deliciousness and plating it up. As you see, I've also made a pot of steamed broccoli to accompany our chicken and rice. And let's just see what we got here. So I'm going to make the first plate. We got some chicken. Let's scoop up some rice. That rice is nice and moisturized. Let's get a few pieces of broccoli out. All right, so as promised, here is a plate of boneless chicken, creamy rice, and steamed broccoli that your family will love. You didn't take too much time preparing it. And now I'm gonna do the best part. We're gonna get a little taste of all of this deliciousness. You see how your chicken just falls apart? Come on. And I'm just gonna take a quick bite. All right, guys, so that concludes today's video. As you can see, I've changed my clothes. My plate is empty. And I just want to remind everyone to please comment, like, and subscribe to my channel. You'll definitely have lots of quick and easy recipes just like today's recipes that really don't require a lot of ingredients. They're very simplified, but highly, highly, highly flavorful. I promise you, this is so, 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 so yummy. And I want you to comment down below. Let me know if you also do, things to recipes to make it your own. I always like to add different, seasonings or a touch of this or a touch of that to enhance the flavor or change it a little bit to really make it my own. But even doing that, I still came home from a long day of work, had dinner ready, have time now. So please, again, comment down below things that you do to make recipes your own. Subscribe because there'll be many, many more videos like this one where you can come home from a long day of work, go to items you already have right in your pantry, and have a delicious, flavorful meal on the table for your family that doesn't cost a lot of time, energy, sweat, or mess. So until next time, take care, guys, and stay tuned for the next video. Bye!